Hola. Buenas noches, Belém. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, damas, caballeros, and everyone in between. It is with great pleasure that we present to you tonight the Fossil of the Day Award here at Saturday night, the last Fossil of the week here at Top 30 in Belém. Can we get a boo for all the fossils out there? And remember, we're not going to have Fossil tomorrow, so this is your last chance of the week to let it all out. Can we get a boo for the fossils out there? And 1 second. Sorry. Okay, that's better. For those of you who don't know, the Fossil of the Day Award is given out by the Climate Action Network International, a network of more than 2,000 groups organizing across the world for justice. And as usual, we begin our ceremony singing our traditional song, a song which dates back to time immemorial, which all of us sang to our children as they were asleep, and were sung to as we fell asleep as children. The Fossil of the Day Anthem. If you do not know the words are easy. Fossil of the day, fossil of the day. Who is bad?
Who is war?
Fossil of the day, fossil of the day. All the blame?
All the shame.
Fossil of the day. Are you ready?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Maestro, if you please.
Fossil of the day. Who is bad? Who is worse? Fossil of the day. Fossil of the day. All the blame. All the shame. Fossil of the day.
Thank you very much. And we have an exciting show for you tonight at Fossil, because we've got great news. We've actually got a new sponsor. So instead of giving out the award to the country that is the best at being the worst, today we will give it out to whoever's the best at being the best. It's a new prize. It's called the Fossil. It's like fossil plus awesome. Yep, awesome. So tonight's Fossil of the Day award goes to Bob's Burgers and Chips. Are you looking for climate justice? Try Bob's double cheese combo. Want gender justice? Try our chicken filet. If you want bold action on methane, try Bob's strawberry max or stuffed cone. If you want social justice as well as climate justice, just say supersize me. Come to Bob's. Climate justice at the low price you come to love. Wait, what's going on? What am I saying? It's like somehow I feel like I've just become a parrot for industry talking points when we're supposed to be here in the halls of the United Nations defending our planet and defending the communities that are being most impacted by climate justice. Who could be behind such manipulation that are making Fossil of the Day and even whole delegations say things that they would not normally say? So now I'm going to say, who could be behind such a thing? And you all say, the fossil fuel lobbyists. Okay? Are you ready? Who could be behind such a thing? The fossil fuel lobbyists. Oh no, because I think there might even be some lobbyists here among us. Any of you lobbyists? That's right, because the halls of Congress are swarming with the fossil fuel lobbyists. A new study that came out yesterday by the Kick Big Polluters Out coalition have found that there's the highest concentration of fossil fuel lobbyists ever. And seriously, this is kind of getting out of control. There are more fossil fuel lobbyists here than some country delegations. The Philippine delegation that is just suffering from the devastations of typhoon are outnumbered 50-1 by fossil fuel lobbyists, while Jamaica, still recovering from Hurricane Melissa, is outnumbered 40-1. That means for every one delegate for Jamaica, there are 40 fossil fuel lobbyists. We get a boo for fossil fuel lobbyists. And if any of you are fossil fuel lobbyists, don't worry, it's easy. You just leave. It's that simple. Your children will thank you. And look, here at top, people are making a big fuss about who's trying to get in. The indigenous community is trying to come in and have their voice heard while we're on the territory that is rightfully theirs and surrounded by the forest that they protect. But while people are talking about who's trying to get into COP, there's not enough people talking about who is already here. And we need to be pushing back against the private takeover of this public space. It is time to end the ability of big polluters to write the rules of climate action and their ability to bankroll these talks and reset the system so it works for people and planet. This is not a conference of polluters, this is a conference of parties. Can we get a boo for the fossil fuel lobbyists out there? And this brings us to today's Fossil of the Day Award. Because today's Fossil of the Day Award goes to, drum roll if you please. Today's Fossil of the Day Award goes to Indonesia! Can we get a boo for Indonesia? Is there anyone that could possibly come and accept this award? Oh, we've got one. Come on, stand right up here. That is right. Today at COP30, Indonesia receives the Fossil of the Day Award for bringing fossil fuel lobbyists into its delegation and even into its intervention in the Article 6.4 carbon market negotiation. This is a safe space, and all your moves at. Where Indonesia copied lobbyist talking points, sometimes verbatim, and presented them as its own. This is the most blatant example yet of corporate capture by a developing country at COP30. For years, developed countries have opened their doors to fossil fuel lobbyists, embedding them within their official delegations and giving them access to shape outcomes from within. But today, Indonesia receives the Fossil of the Day Award for becoming the worst example so far of a developing country copying that playbook, with 36 lobbyists in its delegation, according to the new Kick Big Polluters Out research released yesterday. One of the biggest groups for developing countries and using Article 6.4 negotiating time to read out its position. During Article 6.4 session of the Supervisory Body's annual report, Indonesia's intervention consisted of the same talking points as lobbyists that are calling for weaker performance rules, weaker permanence rules, softer treatment of reversals, and looser safeguards for high-risk, nature-based offsets. Rules that we are counting on to keep aligned with the 1.5-degree pathway. These calls directly contradict the science and undermine environmental integrity at the very moment when 6.4 mechanism is supposed to protect it. A letter put forward by Conservation International, which itself develops and sells carbon credits, is co-signed by groups, many of which have direct or indirect material interests in carbon markets, precisely the players who stand to gain from the diluted rules. This includes, yesterday, the IETA, the industry association whose board includes several oil and gas majors and which has 58 fossil fuel lobbyists in its delegation. We get a boo for IETA. Indonesia is also promoting carbon markets outside the negotiation room, using its pavilion as a marketplace to sell credits instead of intended to offset ongoing fossil fuel emissions at a conference meant to phase out emissions. All this unfolds against a wider backdrop revealed by the Kick Big Polluters Out coalition with 1,600 fossil fuel lobbyists here. And as the global North governments continue to embed fossil fuel representatives directly under their official badges So there's no place for fossil fuel lobbyists with pink badges here. They should have like bright blood red badges. Something like that. So fluorescent vests so we can see them a mile away. Developed countries may have written this script, but Indonesia has delivered its most brazen sequel, using UN negotiation space to amplify fossil fuel industry demands. Boom. At a compliment to strengthen ambition and a just transition, Indonesia instead tried to weaken the rules that hold the Paris Agreement together. In a year where polluter presence is higher than ever and where corporate capture threatens every outcome on the table, Indonesia stands out for handing the microphone directly to the very interests driving crisis while its own people are experiencing severe climate impact. I'm going to pass the microphone now to you, Indonesia. Is there anything you could possibly say for yourself?
Well, first of all, I am almost speechless in excitement being on this side of the barrier as opposed to sitting over there where I normally am. So, I represent the direction that was Southeast Asia. So I'm accepting this award on behalf of one of the countries in Asia. This whole carbon offsetting, a fraud, a scam, one of the biggest scams ever committed on the world. And we've been working, and then they said that if all the carbon offsetting provided the previous NDCs were taken into account, we would need land the size of 5 billion for the offsetting. Okay, and then they've been working so hard, and then we talk about bringing in the fossil fuel lobbyists into the national delegations. Well, isn't that inclusivity?
Can we get one last boo for Indonesia? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, damas and caballeros, and everyone in between. We will see you Monday evening back here at 6 p.m. for the Fossil of the Day Award. If you would like a press release, you can step right up. We've got some copies here, or you can scan the QR code on the bottom of the song sheet over there. But before you go, won't you join us one last time singing the Fossil of the Day anthem, a song which we're going to make sure you've got in your head all day tomorrow and enjoy the day off. Maestro, if you please.